You might think the title of Chelsea's most important player so far this season should go to Cole Palmer or Raheem Sterling. Honourable shouts, as they've both had great individual seasons so far. Chelsea's relative upturn in form recently can be attributed to them, but they wouldn't be performing so well up front if it weren't for a certain player. And that player is Conor Gallagher. Gallagher came through Chelsea's Column Academy and spent the first few seasons of his career on loan at several clubs before coming into the Chelsea first team in the 22-23 season. He has played all across midfield, but by his own admission, said that his best role is a box-to-box midfielder, moving up and down the pitch, contributing to all phases of play. As a Chelsea youngster, he grew up watching Lampard, idolizing him. Lampard was the box-to-box midfielder, and Conor Gallagher grew up to see Lampard terrorize the league with his incredible goal scoring from midfield, paired with his relentless work rate off the ball. Gallagher's Chelsea career started just last season on August 6, 2022, in a 1-0 win at Goodison Park. Coincidentally, the manager of Everton at the time was none other than Super Frank himself. He would go on to score his first Chelsea goal at Crystal Palace away, his former club. That season, however, was very poor from Chelsea, having been managed by 3 people, Tuchel, Potter and Lampard as well in the end. It was a poor season for Chelsea all in all, and for most of their players as well. He played quite a lot that season though, due to fellow Cobham graduate Mason Mount being injured a lot and out of form, but he never really played consistently well. In the 23-24 season, Chelsea went into the season having spent a large amount of money the season before and ended up with a huge influx of young players. They then hired seasoned manager Mauricio Pochettino, who was known for developing youngsters into world beaters. They were a match made in heaven. The season started with Mason Mount's shock move to Man United in the summer transfer window alongside Kai Havertz, who left for Arsenal, Kovacic, who left for Man City, and Conte, who left for Al Ittihad. The midfield was extremely light, and so Gallagher had the opportunities he wanted to get in the first team. And take them he did. Conor Gallagher has started all 12 of Chelsea's Premier League games this season, playing all over the midfield. At the start of the season, we saw him at the base of midfield alongside Enzo Fernandez against Liverpool, but recently he's been playing more upfield behind Nicholas Jackson in the attack. He has contributed to 4 assists so far this term, but he's not really a creative player. He never was a creative player to warrant him playing in attacking midfield in the number 10 role, nor is he a prolific goal scorer like Lampard was. He's not the silkiest of passers like Odegaard, nor is he the controlling 100 touch per game midfielder like Rodri was. So what is it that makes him so important to Pochettino? Allow me to explain. Conor Gallagher is the water carrier in this team. A water carrier is a midfielder that wins the ball back from the opposition, and then rather than trying to play the final pass or attempt to play someone through on goal, the water carrier moves it on to more creative players in the team. He does the dirty work and leaves the assists to the playmakers and the goals to the goal scorers. This is exactly what Conor Gallagher's profile suggests. A very hardworking, tenacious midfielder who is not the most graceful or elegant or technical on the ball, but is more than willing to be the water carrier in the side. It wasn't that long ago that Fred, a very similar profile to Conor Gallagher by the way, said the following: "I know I'm not the best player, not the most technical, but I give my blood and life every time I am on the pitch. As we say in Brazil, I carry the piano for the artist to play." This is exactly what Conor Gallagher is known for. On the ball, his ball progressions happens via the carry rather than the pass, as his FBref report suggests. Despite playing in attacking midfield recently, his role has always been to win the ball back and move it on to the likes of Sterling and Palmer. Momentarily in games, we would see Gallagher drift out wide to facilitate for Cole Palmer coming into the 10 role and be the primary creator of the side. Gallagher receives a lot of progressive passes per 90 and takes his man on when carrying across the pitch. He does not possess a strong carrying ability from deep, like, say, Mateo Kovacic had, but from the middle and attacking thirds, he carries the ball really well. Perhaps his best attribute is that he is really tenacious in the tackle, winning the ball back in all phases of play for Chelsea, relentlessly running all over the pitch. One area he needs to work on, though, is his goal-scoring contribution. He is getting assists, and that's really nice to see, but as a box-to-box midfielder, you'd want him to be more complete. You'd want him to add more goals to his game. But we've seen how far he's come this season as compared to last season. Fair to say that Pochettino has found the perfect role for Conor Gallagher, and as the season progresses, we will likely see a lot of improvement from him. People don't really understand what it's like to have a player of this profile come through the academy, rise through the ranks, and break into the first team. It's a wonderful thing to see, but due to his lack of natural flair on the ball and technical ability, he is often disregarded. Gallagher was wanted by Eddie Howe at Newcastle and Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool due to his profile suiting the tactical systems of these coaches. He is very proficient in the high press, will do anything for the badge, and is more than willing to play for other, better players to overall contribute to the team. And that is why I personally think that Gallagher wouldn't have thrived in a team like Crystal Palace or a Brentford or a Brighton, where he would probably be one of the best players in the team and would be expected to pop up with goals and assists every now and then. But he is at Chelsea now, and at Chelsea there are goal scorers and there are the playmakers in Sterling and Palmer and Nico Jackson and all of these players. So he's not really expected to be the star player. As I said, he's only expected to be the water carrier of the team. Had he signed for Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, he would have been playing with Mohamed Salah, who is one of the best players in the league, if not in the world. So he wouldn't be expected to be contributing a week in, week out, Conor Gallagher. He just has to carry the water for Salah to contribute on the other end. Everything from the eye test to his stats suggests that he is not the star player of this team. He is not the goal scorer or the playmaker. He is simply the player that does the dirty work so that others can thrive. And for that reason, he is arguably the most important player right now in this new look Chelsea team and will have a vital role to play throughout the rest of the season. However, one question still looms. When Christopher Nkunku comes back from his injury, will he play as a striker with Gallagher behind him, with Nicholas Jackson dropped of course, or will he replace Gallagher in attacking midfield, playing behind Nicholas Jackson?